Hey everybody, welcome back to Alpha Cave. We are going to talk today, yes, we're going to talk about Smith & Wesson brand stock, but with this conversation from one of the commenters that was I was reading, he had never tried doing options, and I want to prove with this video that options is a very good way to go. Selling options, not buying options, selling options is a good way to go when you're trying to make your profit back after some losses. Specifically on the last video, AMC, I know a lot of people lost money on that because of how crazy it went. And if you haven't seen that video, go back and look at that. It was crazy as far as the wins and the losses that go along with those type of stocks. So in order to prove my points here, let's go ahead and get started with Smith & Wesson brand stock. I started buying this one back in July 2022. That's the first time I actually did anything with this one, and it was a put that I placed. This put was at $12.50, so I would buy the stock at $12.50 if it reached that point, which would be a lower point than what it was worth at that time, and I got $70 for that. I rolled that one out, and I made an additional $110, and with that I had already made $180 before I even purchased the stock. Now, I was assigned the stock at $12.50, so I ended up buying 100 shares at $12.50. I immediately went on ahead and sold a call at $15, so therefore if somebody was going to call these away from me, I was going to get $1,500 for these, and I got $50 to do that. Then I rolled that one out, and I got $38 extra. I went on ahead and rolled that out again and got an extra $42. And then I rolled that out once again and got another $103. Over that period of time, I received $84 dividend up to this point. Now total with options and dividend, I made $531. So if I wasn't selling options on this, I would have made $84 only. With the options, I made a total of $531. That is 42.48% profit over the last 2 years. So over 21% per year. That's really good. With dividends alone over the last 2 years, I would have made 6.72%. And with inflation the way it's been over the last few years, that wouldn't cut it. However, doing it the other way with dividend and options, you make such a big return that you're going to make your money back right away. And if you can see here, the cost of my shares after the profits now is $7.19. They were initially $12.50. Now, part of what I like with Smith & Wesson is that their book value of their shares is $8.64. So now I already have these shares under their book value. And in addition, I like that they only have 44,850,000 shares. You see a lot of companies that have millions and billions of shares out. This only has 44 million shares with a lot of potential to either divide their shares, go up in price. So at this time, this is a stock that I want to keep. I only have 100 shares. I haven't invested much into this, but at some point in the near future, they're going to pay themselves off, and then the rest is just going to keep on being profit at this point. If they don't get called away from me at $15, then I think that we will keep them. If the price is going to go back up to about the $15 range, which it has gone up to $16, then I think I'll roll it out again and keep on trying to roll it out as much as I can so that we can keep on making profit with this shares. If it gets called away, it's already been over a year, so therefore it would be capital gains on the profits I make from the sale. So that would be fine. That would be less taxes to pay on that. So I know this is a very brief video, and it's only showing what you can do with 100 shares of a company, but this can be multiplied over and over and over again with hundreds of shares. So if you can make a profit like this with every share that you buy, if you buy good shares that are making profit, doing good, then you can do very well in the stock market. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I am just here to show you what I do with my stocks. So hopefully it can kind of give you some ideas as to how you can approach some things. There's lots of ways to deal with the stock market, but this is one way that I've found that works for me, that is pretty safe, and we do pretty well. Thank you so much for joining us. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. We're not done with these stocks just yet.